nomadic groups and visit. Good morning, dear viewers. We are now live streaming at the front banner at orders. And now the fire is ignited. The ceremony is officially started. There are many local residents. They are sacrificing the goods, the animals, and materials to the fire. Later on, we will introduce them one by one.
So when you were saying that INO changes all the time from the reporter about that support, this particular reporter, has history of making this a coordinator, she's had a history. You mean exactly she's changing the interview or she's changing the content could be the interview or
They are the local nomadic groups, and they are ready to announce the words of the ceremony, the opening speech of the ceremony. But because we don't understand Mongolian, it's a pity. And dear viewers, if you have any questions, you can write them on the internet or from the microblog, and we can answer your questions here. And you see on the table there are cakes and mutton. You are watching CCTV and CGTN. Good morning, dear viewers. I am reporter Li Bing. I'm at Orders, Mongolia, and we are live streaming about the sacred fire ceremony. The local nomadic residents are reading the sacrificing speeches in order to win the harvest and safety for next year. The senior are holding the sacrifices goods, and they are approaching the bonfire. They are worshipping for the safety for next year. Among the sacrifices, we can see there are birch trees and mutton, and the 5 colored ropes and fabrics. CCTV, CGTN, live streaming. Dear viewers, good morning. We are now live streaming at the front banner at Orders, Mongolia, and we are at the scene of sacred fire ceremony Just now we saw the most senior nomadic people. They sent the sacrificial offerings to the bonfire, and they were worshipping the safety and prosperity for next year. And this traditional custom has a history of 1,000 years. We wish the harvest and prosperity and the safety for next year. Dear viewers, if you are just joining us right now, we are now live streaming at the Ortega front banner, Orders Mongolia, and we are participating in the sacred fire ceremony here, which is of more than 1,000 years of history. And many of you know, on December 23rd or 24th of the Chinese lunar calendar, the Mongolians will offer sacrifices to the god of fire. Just now we saw the senior from nomadic groups. They were reading some Mongolian speeches. We didn't understand the words, and hereby we have a translator. He is a host from Mongolia. Just now they said, "We hope the god of fire can keep our family warm and bless us. And we people in the grassland hope to have a happy life full of hope in the next year." And you see, the ceremony has finished its first procedure, and this represents the new year's coming. And this is also a very profound history. Just now you saw they were reading the sacrifice words and speeches. Actually, there are more activities in the ceremony. And this event is held by local nomadic groups annually. There are also visitors from around the country. They are here to experience the sacred fire ceremony. People are gathering to experience this blessing ceremony. You can also taste the very delicious food here. Thank you very much. This is for you. This is very significant here. We hope you have a prosperous new year. And we look forward to peace and security. So what's the special meaning of this pancake? Because we offer this to the god of fire, so this also represents harmony and happiness. If you can share even one slice of the pancake or just one candy, it's very auspicious. And we want to share this auspicious pancake to dear viewers who are with us. We use butter to make this. And I will taste this instead of you. That's the black blood inside, and it's cooked by the butter. And next we will continue introducing the food and what background stories are the food. The bonfire is ignited. Mongolian peoples regard the fire as purified. Today the temperature outdoor is very low. It's about minus 20 Celsius degree. And because Mongolia regards fire as purity, and on December 23rd or 24th on the Chinese lunar calendar, they will offer sacrifices to the god of fire. In some regions, they sacrifice the fire on 24th and 23rd on some other regions. And I'm currently at a tourism destination of Ordos, and there are many visitors here experiencing the sacred fire ceremony. And we have invited 2 professional guests here. Just now you were holding the ceremony and you were giving the speech. Since very ancient time, the Mongolian people has been offering sacrifices to the god of fire. In the future, every household will ignite its own bonfire. And in recent years, as the urbanization and modernization, many people are living in the high buildings. We developed and we invent the unified bonfire. We ignite the fire together. But still, in every household, in every family, we still safeguard our fire. And for this giant bonfire, the fire will ensure a happy and healthy and prosperous life for us. So we really respect the fire. It's really cold outside. Let's enter the yard. Dear viewers, we are live streaming on CCTV and CGTN, and we are live streaming in orders. We are at the sacred fire ceremony. Today is the December 24th on the Chinese lunar calendar, and for Mongolia, the 23rd or 24th of December on the Chinese lunar calendar is when Mongolians offer sacrifices to the god of fire. And after this ceremony, they've officially started the new year. So in many Mongolian people's eyes, they really value the sacrificing ceremony. And you can also draw warm here. Let's interview them. Hello, where are you from? How do you think about this event? Yeah, I really enjoyed. So Mongolians really value this activity. Yeah, in many regions they sacrifice the fire on 23rd, but here they sacrifice the fire on 24th. Though that's the regional differences. Thank you. Have a good day. This morning it was so windy and the temperature was so low. And you see there are Mongolian yurts there. We can have a talk with some senior professional Mongolians there, and we will talk about the sacred fire ceremony with them. Maybe this area is different from your imagination. And you see the modern roads here. These due to the recent 2 years development and construction. You can see the characteristics of a new rural area. The name of this place, khata, means village in Mongolian. And there are 48 households here. They don't raise goats because here is the place of tourism. So you can see here is the tourist destination and the paradise. Every summer they are very busy here, and also in winter due to the sacred fire ceremony. There are numerous crowds of tourists coming from around the country. You are on CCTV, just a joke. You see, this is the road to the village. And in nomadic area, they call the village gacha. This is one yurt, belongs to one household. And usually they live in the building, in the cement building. And when it's the tourist season, they will move to the yurts. Today it's really freezing. It's windy outside. After the visitors join the sacred fire ceremony, they also come here and to taste some traditional local foods. And we will introduce one very famous and traditional delicacy to all of you. This is the Mongolian yurt. Hello. They were at the sacred fire ceremony. It's too cold. I think the roads here are really modern. And these are the sacrificial offerings, right? And this one is the mutton brisket. It looks very oily. So why did people choose mutton brisket to be the sacrificial offering? Because this is a very traditional local delicacy. And this is the backbone of the sheep. It means the heaven and the khata. The back of the goat is for the most senior and most precious VIP guest, like the heaven and our Mongolian khata. And this mutton brisket is also for girls and ladies. Like in the past, I will offer this to my daughter. I often interview in nomadic area. I only know the back of the ship is for the VIP guest. And it's very freshly flavored and tastes really good. For people who love mutton, they will eat this area. I will taste one bite. This one is the mutton brisket. It's also one of the most important sacrificial offerings. It's a little bit oily, but it really tastes good. Just now we also saw this one. It's the tree branches. So what does it mean? Because this is the most common tree here. And among Chinese ethnic groups, Mongolia ranks the 6th with limited population. So we hope our population can enlarge, and this branch means the enlarging of the population. And this is the fur of the goat. and we raised the goat in particular to have this fur. And we hope there can be more goats next year, so we use this fur to be the sacrificial offerings. There is a very important procedure dinner. That's the dinner for the new year. And this delicacy is the most important one. There is a Chinese dates, dried date, and mutton, and the milky tofu, and they mixed the rice. Many of us people from the southern China don't know about this kind of delicacy. And this is mixed with a very special rice. It's only in the southern place near the Yangtze River. I really appreciate I can taste it. And this looks also like the fried rice in Xinjiang. But here they call it the New Year's delicacy, New Year's rice. Some people even prefer it with black sugar. But actually the date and the dried grapes are sweet. I heard that you firstly boil the meat and then you use the rest soup and to mix with the milk, the cheese, and the cheese is different in different regions. And we choose this one in order to add the soaring taste and also the milky flavor. And every year you need to prepare a lot of food. Yes. Because we have the sacred fire ceremony, like either on 23rd or 24th. We both send sacrificial offerings and pay tribute to the god of fire in the evenings and mornings on these 2 days. And after that those particular 2 days, the fire will be stopped. And because there is no continuous fire, that's why we prepare a lot of food in advance. And dear viewers, I'm the correspondent Li Bing. We are now live streaming at the Auto front banner in orders. And we joined the sacred fire ceremony. We are now tasting the local delicacies and the sacrificial offerings in the Mongolian years. Just now we introduced the mutton briskets and also the preliminary New Year's rice. And after this, we will start to worship for the whole new year. Because we're in northern China, the winter is freezing. Like today, the temperature outside is -20 Celsius degree. Fire in Mongolia's hearts are not only purity, but also warm, also the hope for new life. That's why the sacred fire ceremony is a very important tradition here, and that's almost the end of today's live streaming. And next we will taste and enjoy the preliminary New Year's food here, and wish you Happy New Year and a prosperous life in the new year.